Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis. And check this out. BlackRock now officially holds over 70,000 Bitcoin. That's right. Their spot Bitcoin ETF hit $3 billion worth of assets and is now in the top 10% of all ETFs by assets. And this only took them 3 weeks. Also in today's show, breaking news, Argentina will eliminate taxes on Bitcoin and crypto assets. Javier Milei, let's go. We'll also be discussing $60,000 Bitcoin price incoming. If this happens, according to crypto analysts, I'll be breaking down this scenario. We'll also be discussing, is $150,000 Bitcoin feasible for this halving? I'll be sharing everything you need to know for this Bitcoin halving taking place now in roughly 70 days. We'll also be discussing, is Bitcoin going to hit 2.3 million per coin? Well, ARK Invest is now advising their clients to allocate 19.4% into Bitcoin, which is pretty amazing. We'll also be discussing the latest with the former BitMEX CEO. He says Bitcoin to explode by over 2,200% to $1 million per coin. I'll be explaining why, along with the timeline. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Now, welcome, crypto fam. The Bitcoin price action is pumping once again and in the green. Good morning, TGIF. Let's get it. Let me know if the stream is loud, clear, and smooth. First and foremost, a massive shout out to everyone in that live chat. Thomas, good to see ya. Says, I got my astronaut underwear on. That's how you do it here on the show. Appreciate you, family. What up, Legend Imelda? Always a pleasure. Matthew J. Shout out to the mods as well. Digital Dankness. Always appreciate all of your support, brother. Jordan, good to see you as well. 99kg. Let's go. Tough T, welcome family. Dankness says 60,000, send it. It's been way too long since we've seen that price action. Amen. Last time we were in price discovery mode was all the way back in November of 2021, which is the current all-time high. John 3:16 says 150,000 Bitcoin for sure. Blessings, send it. Crypto go up. You already know, oh Hardy. Loud and clear, good to go. Love it. Thank you, family. Melda says loud, clear, and smooth. Thanks for that, fam. Brent says the same. Good morning from the Pacific Northwest. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Bitcoin will be, what does that say? 20 million USD in 2 days for sure. Exactly, Sam, whatever you say. Greetings from Zurich, Switzerland. Shout out Gavin. Good morning, Jose. Good to see you, broski. Let's get it. Shout out to all my fam in the UK. Call me a bear. 100,000. Cycle top. You're so bearish. Are you on the right channel, dirty? Gains knowledge, DOB, February 11th, God Candle. Oh, that's right. I think we share the same birthday, February 11th. My daughter also has the same birthday, so it'll be a trifecta celebration along with 50 G's. Let's get it. Smash the like button. That's right, John. It helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. Gets more eyeballs on the stream. I greatly appreciate that. Shout out to Mr. Matt Cool. Good to see you. Saga Alpha Club. Good morning. Please turn on the CC so I can watch at work. What's the CC? Closed caption? I add that after the show. I don't know how to turn on closed captions during a live. I mean, if it's available, it's available. But typically, I got to go in after the video and add all that. It takes extra work, and I always do it. So there's typically closed captions on the show. I just don't think it works that way in a live setting. So correct me if I'm wrong, family. I'm here, everybody. Might be the right place. 44,000 today, says Neil. Cheers. My daughter's is the 10th. Oh, word. Wow, facts. How cool. So we have a lot of Aquariuses in the building. Second best. Well, let's ask the Giga Chad.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
You already know. Time to get your daily dose of sailors. Wise reminders. You know how we do, Mark. Brian, welcome, family. Who else should we add to the list of daily reminders? Who should we be quoting every day, embedding into the unconscious mind? Let me know. Besides Sailor. I am a 3ED. What does a 3ED stand for? I'm doing sign language for you right now. I remember my name in sign language from elementary school. Justin. So that's about as far as I can go. There is no second best. That's right, Brent.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
forever. That's my Sandlot reference right there. How about the third best? Don't get me started. What up, Topper? Good to see you guys. What's popping? What's good? Are we going to have a weekend pump? I think we're long overdue. It's February, family. It's historically, February is a more bearish month, but it's a bull cycle. And we're in 2024, year of the halving. So don't forget that. My birthday is the 3rd. I'll be 33. Wow. So February 3rd, you turn 33. 333. Interesting. Happy birthday, family. That would be tomorrow. Laura, good to see you. I love Michael and his portfolio. Me too. That's what's up. Can we get that lady saying bananas? Oh man, I'd love to sample Janet Yellen. I'll have to do that so we can just randomly bananas, as if like the show has Tourette's. We'll just randomly sharing the news. Bananas. I hope she's going to save the world. Who are you referring to there? Second place is just the first place loser. Facts. Hence why your username is Facts. Get a soundbite of Max saying, what does that say? People on drugs. I will have to get some Max sound bites. I actually have a few in here, but they're like adult rants.
Let me explain something to you right now. Okay, here's a $10 bill. This is garbage. This is garbage. You people in South Africa, you have your rand, right? That's going to zero.
Max is classic. Love Max Kaiser. Shout out to Max and Stacy. And Bukele, a lot going on with the re-election here on February 4th, which is only 2 days out. So show Bukele and El Salvador some support. What up, Popsicle Ice, Pith, and Zeta? Word 2024 equals 8 what? 8 million? Do you think Bitcoin is going to surprise us all? I think Bitcoin has been surprising us all. In every cycle, it continues to do what it does. So there's no doubt from me, anticipating more surprises beyond my expectations. So yes, 100%. Bitcoin reminds you it's on its own vector. So you can't put it in a box. We've never had anything like it before. So these are unprecedented times. We have unprecedented amounts of debt. I heard over 30 trillion, and that can go up to 100 trillion here soon. There's unprecedented amount of institutional FOMO, and you have the most appreciative asset to ever exist in human history, perfect form of money for the first time in human history with a finite limited supply that is incorruptible, meaning they can't print more. Unlike what Jamie Dimon claims, Satoshi can't come back and add to the max supply. That's just FUD. XRP issues 1 billion per month. Did you see Mr. Larson of XRP, one of the founders? He got hacked for like 200 and something million XRP worth over 100 million USD. Like, how did that even happen? Wow, that's kind of scary. Imagine being worth $100 million one day and you wake up, oh, I was hacked. It's gone. Zero. Like, holy moly. It's an election year. It is 2024. And isn't it ironic that the Bitcoin halving is on the election year, just like in 2020 and I guess 2016 and 2012, every 4 years. Interesting. Do you think that was by design? Let me know your thoughts. Boston back in the house. Shout out to my Boston fam. Let's go. That's right. The FOMO is about to set in for real, like y'all ain't ever seen before. Jack Mallers is quotable. Oh, 100%. My favorite Mallers quote is like, there's only 2 things that can guarantee you in life. That Bitcoin is something like, you can't take it away from me. And I forget the exact quote, but yeah, Mallers is classic. A lot of love for him. How's the creator of XRP holding on to hundreds of millions of dollars of XRP? Oh, yeah, it's a good question. An unsecure source. I mean, I read an article on it this morning because I was more intrigued after catching the headline the other day. It didn't specify why exactly it got hacked. It just said the dude got hacked for 100 plus million, and they notified all the exchanges and they said they're investigating it. But it's scary just to note that, I would imagine it's in cold storage. Clearly, it's $100+ million. It's not like it's sitting on an online wallet, which would be a honeypot for the hackers. So I'm curious, does that mean XRP is not secure? What was the vulnerability leading to, like, why did this happen? Does that mean that any XRP holder can just be hacked of all their XRP? So these are the questions that race through my mind. Like, how is this even possible? Yeah, we don't even care about what the bankers from Gilligan's Island says. We replaced that word, Jeff, yada, 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 with Gilligan here on YouTube because it's heavily censored. So yeah, anytime you refer to that guy, we'll refer to that as Gilligan's Island. And I agree. Jamie Dimon was the the banker from the guy who ran Gilligan's Island. So how can you trust anyone from that stature? You make a good point. It's centralized, so it's hackable. Yes, and also they can reverse, if they can reverse transactions, that's kind of scary because that means the government could collude with whomever entity and say, hey, we need you to reverse these transactions. Obviously, that's not that secure now, is it? So not a good look. XRP dude tried to get 2x from Sailor. Oh, snap. Yeah, if you're gaining value, be sure to smash the likes. It helps pump the stream. I appreciate it. But without further ado, we got to get into the show. If you're new to the channel, be sure to smash the subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. Also important to smash the like to help support your boy JV. I'm here every day, and it also helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. Also important, hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications. That way you get notified each and every day when I go live, because like for today, I'm going live earlier than usual because I have to make the podcast work with my lifestyle, and I am a father, and things always are going on behind this, closed doors. But anyways, today is pod episode number 1539. I'm your host JV, and today is February 2nd, 2024. Let's kick it off with our market watch. We got Bitcoin pumping back in the green. That's right, the entire crypto market is climbing. We got Bitcoin trading above 43,200. Let's see if we can recapture 44,000 today, including going into a weekend pump as the weekend is amongst us. We also have Solana now trading back above 100 bucks, up 5% for the day, along with Cardano and AVAX amongst the top gainers, along with IMX. And zooming out on the monthly to get a broader perspective, you can see Bitcoin still in the green along with the majority of the alts. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, we're sitting at a 1.66 trillion market cap with 49 billion in volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance 51.2% with the Ether dominance at 16.8%. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours, we have Pith leading the pack again, up 20%, trading just under 52 cents, followed by Immutable, up 15%, trading at $2.25, followed by Pendle, up 15%, trading at $2.93. Now, which altcoins, if any, are you most bullish on for this bull run? Let JV know in the live chat so I can read those comments out loud here in a bit. And checking out Crypto Bubbles to get a visual perspective, you can see the markets are pumping once again. Past couple of days, we were in the blood red. Majority of the alts bleeding, but today we're back in the green. Virtually everything pumping. Some of the top gainers: Pith, Link, ICP, Pendle, IMX, Rose, Ron, AVAX, etc. And zooming out on the monthly, I'd still say the bears are winning. I'd say 65% to 70 of them in the red, while we do have a handful, however, in the green with pretty substantial gains. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, today we're a 63 greed, same as yesterday. Last week was a 49 neutral, and last month a 70 in greed. And talking about the Bitcoin halving, we're only 75 days away. That's 2.5 months until the biggest event that only occurs every 4 years. And I think it's roughly, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe 210,000 blocks or something of that nature. The estimated halving date is set to take place April 18th of this year. Again, only 2.5 months out. If you're pretty ecstatic for that Bitcoin halving, holla at your boy. Now let's check some of these comments before we dive into our astrology for men, aka Bitcoin TA. Greed is good, says O Hardy. Oh yeah, I see 64, says Laura. What's up, R Herrera? What's good, family? De nada. My chain link bag is pumping. Love to hear that, Joe. I remember when Link was like at roughly 50 bucks. Previous cycle high, man. So we have a long ways to run up yet. The Sheeb says Ojali. Got to refresh, Laura. Way more than 10 likes. That's right. Sometimes, obviously, your YouTube page is stagnant. Even though you're watching the stream live, it doesn't update the likes. So sometimes you got to hit the refresh to get a more accurate reading. I know it drives me crazy as well. But yeah, every like counts. So please pump the likes. Help pump the stream. 250 people in here. It's free and easy to do. That's right. And it's the easiest freest way to support JV. You could also support with donations and things of this nature. But if you're not in a position to contribute, let's say the $2.99 a month as becoming an official member of the channel, the HODL Gang, next best thing, just smash the like, subscribe to the channel. If you can do that, you're serving the greater good of the community, and I appreciate that. What up? IMX, says Joe. JV watching from Tampa. Oh, snap. That's my old stomping grounds. I moved to Puerto Rico in 2018 from Clearwater. I was maybe 15 minutes from the Tampa airport, so very familiar with that area. Shout out Hillsborough County. Let's go. Shout out Doc. Appreciate you. Halving is on your B-Day, April 18th. What a blessing, man. You'll have a double celebration for sure. We'll be celebrating here on the channel for sure. I'm sure it's taking its time. I usually listen to the podcast, but sometimes can't wait until you post it. That's right. So you're referring to the pod, which is the audio version of the show. So typically how my routine works, we record live and in the flesh because there ain't nothing like a live show. We're live simultaneous every day on YouTube and Rumble. Then after the stream ends, I edit it down, the 2-hour version, typically condensed into 30 minutes, pure content. We remove the Q&A, incentivizing you to watch the live stream for the Q&A. And then we take that and we broadcast it into all the podcasting communities, which is, what is it called? iTunes, Spotify, those are the top ones. There's other ones out there as well, like Google Play, etc. And then we're all over the place on social media, pretty much any platform you can find podcasts. You can find Crypto News Alerts, and this isn't my first rodeo, as we've been doing this show now for over 5 years. I mean, for Christ's sake, this is pod episode 1539. I don't think there's that many in the crypto space that can say they've done over 1,500 episodes of a Bitcoin podcast. So now you know. Yeah, shout out St. Pete as well, Pinellas County family in the building. My old profession back in the day, I used to be a real estate appraiser. When I was a young entrepreneur, started my first company, and I used to do appraisals in the Pasco, Pinellas, Hillsborough, yeah, and even go as far as like the Lakeland area over there in Florida. So I've probably have over 1,000 appraisals under my belt, which is an opinion of value on a property. Typically, the mortgage broker would hire you because in order for the borrower to get a loan, they gotta, the lender needs to know that the house is what it's supposed to be and that there's real value there before, giving the money. So that was my background in real estate. Feels like a lifetime ago. JV, could you remind people that they're in Discord, not to talk to random? Yes, 100%. So here you go for Telegram and Discord, because all of my social links are in the description in the video, which you can check out. I never private message anybody, but there's going to be a lot of imposters that instead of Crypto News Alerts, it'll say Crypto News Alert or Crypto News Alerts with 2 S's or any variation that looks like it's an official account, but it never is. And they're going to message you and try to scam you. I get messages every day. Yo, is this you? No, it's not me. Block and report them. And the other day in my Telegram, I had to delete 5 imposter accounts pretending to be Crypto News Alerts. So first and foremost, it goes for YouTube, it goes for Rumble, it goes for X, it goes for every platform I'm on. I will never reach out privately to anybody because I'm a full-time father and I have a life. I don't have time to just randomly message people. Those will always be scammers. They're always imposters, 110% of the time. I dedicate myself on a live stream for 2 hours answering questions in the flesh. So bet your bottom dollar I'm not after my show private messaging people and trying to persuade them to do, shady things. If you ever send crypto to an individual, note it's going to be lost and gone forever, and it's a scam because it's never going to be me asking you to send me crypto or have a special investment and that you're invited or you've been lucky to be selected. 110% of the time will always be a scam. And I'm speaking on behalf of every influencer now because we're all in the same boat. If you're an influencer with any bit of a following, there's imposters and fraudulent mofos and hucksters out there pretending to be them. That goes for Michael Saylor, it goes for Brad Garlinghouse, it goes for Max Kaiser, it goes for Bukele, it goes for Elon Musk, it goes for virtually any single human being with influence on social media. And it's the biggest scam and people fall for it all the time. Don't fall for it. Hopefully that helps you guys. Thank you, Dankness, for the reminder, because that is an important announcement. Manny L., welcome to the MicroStrategy. I appreciate you supporting the show. Those of you who become a member, you get that nice badge, which is a star, next to your name, and you'll get clout anytime you comment, because I greatly appreciate you supporting the show. Fair JV, helpful. Cheers, Jordan. And that also goes for the comment section in the YouTube. Honestly speaking, I don't even check the comments anymore because I can't keep up with the level of imposters and fakes. No matter how many I block and delete, the following day there's hundreds of more. So I don't even waste my time anymore. So stick to the live chat because they can't imposter JV live. So just saying, until AI maybe reaches a new threshold, then maybe you'll be like, yo, is that really JV today? Or is that the AI? Maybe we'll cross that road when it happens. Fake JV sent me his number on Rumble. That's hilarious. Like a phone number? Wow. Yeah. JV would never send his phone number to anyone nor reach out to anyone. However, if you reach out to me, I'm a real person and I respond to people, but I will never spark the conversation just randomly because, you know, it's impossible for me to message so many people that I don't have the time in my life to do so, even if I wanted to spark conversations with everybody. It's physically impossible. So I just left Medellin to visit the parents in Palm Harbor. Oh, snap. You also lived in Medellin. Wow. I lived in El Poblado for 6 months back in the day. So we got a lot of commonalities there. Cause a dog 66. And if you send crypto to Coinbase, make sure they support it first. Oh, 100%. You send the wrong crypto to the wrong wallet, you're screwed. No one cares. You're done. Link, let's go. Going to rename the real JV. Pretty much, Nuxorus. Will the real JV please stand up?
Take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing.
What? Facts? What day was this? And what are we talking about? Is this on a particular exchange? What's going on? C. Allen, welcome family, fresh welcome. But anyways, let's dive into our astrology for men, aka technical analysis for the day. The headline reads, Bitcoin approaches 150 days in the 5,000 Bitcoin price trading range. Bitcoin has already seen 2-year highs already this year. I think the current is 49,000 along with lows of 38.5. That's like a 10,000 gap. Wow. Now, Bitcoin has settled within a trading range just 5,000 wide, taking close levels into account. Bitcoin has adhered to the range rigidly for almost 150 days as of February 2nd today. And quoting Van Straten, digging deeper, the price analysis in 5,000 increments reveals a pattern. Here you go. Bitcoin has been trading within the price range of 40,000 to 45,000 for 146 days. This duration has recently overtaken its previous stint in the 35 to 39,999 range, which spanned approximately 138 days. And while arguably frustrating for the bulls and the bears alike, such price action is, in fact, nothing out of the ordinary. Analyzing the time Bitcoin has spent in various 10,000 price buckets shows that such rainbound stints can last considerably longer. And when assessing price increments from 10,000 and upwards until 50,000, it becomes apparent that Bitcoin typically trades within these ranges for a period of 100 to 250 days. Thus concluding, current sideways price action aligns with Bitcoin's historical trading patterns and can be considered characteristic behavior, not an anomaly. And then it shows you the price ranges with how many days spent in each. Now, frustration with lack of sustained upside following the launch of the Bitcoin ETFs has led market commentators to soften their Bitcoin price expectations. With the block subsidy halving event just 2.5 months away, we now have some updates from crypto analyst Cobra Crypto, who shared, here's the roadmap. March to May, Bitcoin has a slight uptick from halving. FOMO, let's go. Then from May to September, Bitcoin chills out. September to October, Bitcoin starts its incline. November to January, alt season. And February to April, Bitcoin blow off top. Now until forever, any random alt can go. 10x, good luck. And it can also get rugged and you can lose 99.99% of its value. So keep that in mind as well. And quoting crypto analyst McAlvin Depop, my theory on Bitcoin remains the same. I'm still expecting range-bound trend between 38 to 48,000, as I've been mentioning for 2 months. Probably a correction in the short term, after which a slight pre-halving rally to 48,000 seems likely. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analysts. And quoting Tor Demeester, indeed, the top 2 Bitcoin ETFs are enabling the buying of 9,000 Bitcoin per day, which is 10x more than the total mining supplies per day. And in 3 months after the halving, it'll be a 20x more. The ETFs are a huge deal. And this was referring to Samson Mao's tweet, which I believe is worthy of reading, which he shared. Let me date it for you. This was on January 29th, so roughly 4 days ago. He wrote, the most important thing with the Bitcoin ETFs that most people seem to miss is the rate of accumulation. The last few MicroStrategy mega stacks over 10,000 BTC were at 14,600 and 16,100. IBIT, which is ultimately BlackRock's average stack, is 200 million per day, which is 4,700 Bitcoin. And FBTC's average stack is 175 million per day, 4,200 Bitcoin. So for every 2 days, just 2 of the 9 new ETFs are hoovering in up what MicroStrategy does in a good month. But more importantly, the IBIT FBTC intake is 9,000 Bitcoin a day. Mining only supplies 900 per day. So demand from 2 ETFs alone is 10x the Bitcoin supply. Supply is going to get cut in half in less than 3 months, which means this demand will be 20x the supply. Can you say incoming supply shock, family? And this demand is just 2 of the ETFs. Don't forget MicroStrategy, don't forget Tether, and many more corporations are also accumulating, along with nation states, high net worth individuals, the plebs, so plan accordingly. And he also points out these are the Bitcoin macro indicators I am looking at: ETF inflows, hash rate, Finex whale accumulation, 200 WMA trend, Tether, USDT, assets under management, government interest payments on debt, debt GDP ratios, nation state Bitcoin adoption, real inflation, as well as the M3 money supply. So there you have it, my crypto fam. Now, this is really mind-boggling if you really think about this. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, now holds 70,005 Bitcoin. That's right, 70,005 Bitcoin. And the scary part, it only took them 3 weeks, roughly 21 days, to accumulate one of the largest stashes of Bitcoin. Check it out. BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF hit $3 billion worth of assets under management and is now in the top 10% of all ETFs by assets. You know, Coinbase is loving that. Coinbase is the custodian. And again, it only took them 3 weeks. So could you imagine by the end of this year, how much of the Bitcoin supply will BlackRock have in their possession? Let me know. And for a little comparison, MicroStrategy, the first publicly traded company to put Bitcoin on the balance sheet, they currently control roughly 0.9% of the circulating Bitcoin supply. Their short-term goal is to control 1%. They're almost there. They're on the cusp right now. The long-term goal is to control 5% of the circulating supply. So when you have these juggernauts out there, all racing, game theory in full effect, you got the MicroStrategy, you got the BlackRocks, you got all the Fidelities, you got all the other asset managers. Now you have high net worth individuals, you have sovereign wealth funds, you have nation state adoption. It's about to get lit. In the same time, we have a halving, family. Are you starting to put 2 and 2 together? Can you read between the lines? Are you starting to recognize what's about to happen? Let me know. Bitcoin, I am 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 100%. Shout out KRS1. Is this pace going to keep up? Says O'Hardy. I don't think they're slowing down. What do you guys think? I think they're just getting started. Personally, also the halving Bitcoin on Coinbase protected from seizure? No, of course it's not protected from seizure. No stock is protected from seizure. No custodian is protected from seizure. The only thing protected from government seizure, self-custody. So therefore, Bitcoin in an ETF held by BlackRock or Coinbase or any custodian in the world can be seized. You better bet your bottom dollar. And they'll just give you the fiat version, right? It's not that they'll just steal it and get away with it. They'll steal it and get away with that element, and they'll give you the fiat worth of it, which today the fiat version is worth 43,200. But this could be their ultimate plan to accumulate as much of the Bitcoin supply as they can to have it under their control and eventually confiscate it from Coinbase. What are your thoughts, family? What's the 6th best crypto asset behind Bitcoin? What's the best self-custody? There's no best. The best is whatever you decide, man. That's up to you. The cool thing is there's a lot of solutions now. There's not just one wallet in town. You got a half a dozen very viable solutions. So if you guys want to share with the fam what your most recommended Bitcoin cold storage wallets are, let us know and I'll read those out loud. Smash that like, legends. Thank you, Fairground. Yo, I'm in PR. What it do? Michael, what are you in PR for? Are you visiting? What part of the island are you in? And why are you here? Let me know. Would it be okay to put 100% in my Roth into F? I mean, that's a decision you have to make. Welcome back from Atlanta, still DCA on the dips. Thanks, JV. You're welcome, Shaitan Patel. Always take advantage of those dips, family, because these price actions won't last long. Trust. Love in the chat from London. Could you recommend a good cold wallet? Yeah, I want you guys to recommend them. So I know I sound like a broken record. I've been recommending the same wallet since past 5 years. So which wallets do you guys recommend? Let me know. There's a lot of options, so I want you guys to let me know. Don't be shy. Spinning up a Bitcoin node as we speak. That's what's up, Tony. Love to hear that. Are you using a Raspberry Pi? Ledger in the back door, like, oh my God, dirty. Always keeping it dirty. What's going on?
That you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your family for 37 years.
Carl says, I like Tangent because you don't have to remember the seed phrase. Wondering if anyone knows how secure it is. Never been hacked, according to their website. Dankness recommends Elapal, Trezor, and the Cold Card, etc. All highly recommended. There you go. Bitcoin will nosedive to 32 to execute those buy orders, and will Allah candle to 70,000, says my brother Mohammed. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Trezor just took it out of the freezer, says Thomas. Yeah, the Raspberry Pi, that's what's up, family. Cold Card by CoinKite, no second best. Definitely one of the best options out there because it has a air seal or air gap technology. I forget that's what it's called. But ultimately, you can use it to send and receive transactions on your cold storage device without ever connecting it to the internet and without ever connecting it to the computer. So don't get more secure than that. The wallets, which are hot wallets, we call them on the computer, those are the most sus to get hacked. So I would avoid those at all costs. New month, new memberships. Let's go. Not sure how that works, Squirrel Bait. I would imagine it's 30 days from the time you become a member, but I can be wrong. What are your thoughts about Bitcoin after the halving, pump or dump? We're going to be discussing everything related to the Bitcoin halving here shortly, but let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss the latest with Argentina. This headline reads, Argentina will eliminate taxes on crypto assets. If you'd love to see taxes on crypto assets eliminated, let me know. The new Argentine government, led by President Javier Milei, known for his ultra-liberal and pro-Bitcoin positions, presents an ambitious bill to Parliament called the Foundations and Starting Points Law for the Freedom of Argentinians. Carried by the Interior Minister, Mr. Francis, this bill aims to relax Argentine taxation in several areas. However, it excludes any mention of cryptocurrencies. Interesting. Thus preventing their tax declaration. Until now, digital asset holders indeed could declare their holdings and pay a fixed advantageous tax, 0% under 100,000 and 15% above. Interesting. This celebrated advantage disappeared, sparking controversy. Some criticize an unjustified tax treatment contrary to Malay's displayed support for crypto. Minister Francis cites political disagreement on the specific point. So in the strong political signal for the future of crypto, if the project is approved, owning cryptos will remain untaxed in Argentina. Accountant Marcos informed us, only capital gains made from selling will be taxed below a certain threshold, quoting him here. In the case of an individual, for the simple act of buying what the law calls digital currency, no tax is paid. What is taxed on profits is the profit made from the sale, and there is also a minimum below which no tax is to be paid. So ultimately saying you're paying taxes on realized gains. If it's an unrealized gain, it's not a taxable event. hence purchasing cryptocurrency. On the other hand, cross-border crypto transfers will remain taxed at 5 to 15%, an incentive measure to encourage the inflow of foreign capital, according to the experts. Despite the major change, the government continues to actively support the sector. The project even allows for the declaration of cryptos without proof of origin. And Diana Mondino, Minister of Foreign Affairs, also reaffirmed on X that cryptos will have their place in Argentina under certain conditions. So there you go. And although imperfect, this bill thus reflects Malay's desire to make Argentina a welcoming land for the crypto ecosystem, a matter to be closely followed in Parliament in the coming weeks. So there you have it, family. What are your thoughts on Javier Milei? I'd love to know. Do you think he will eventually make some sort of declaration to adopt Bitcoin in his country, kind of like Bukele following that blueprint of El Salvador? Let me know your thoughts. Shout out to Kuz Dog 66. Appreciate you joining the Hodl Gang, helping support the show by becoming a member of the channel. Cheers, family. Still waiting for a major pump. Well, Bitcoin is pumping right now. Let's see if we can hit 44,000 before the end of the show. Good. Just laughing at the national emergency against Bitcoin. Are you referring to like the Bitcoin mining attack by Mr. Sleepy Joe family, which we touched upon yesterday? BRB, be right back, moving to Argentina to cash out. I guess I would be better off waiting until a few months after the halving for any pump. Well, here's the thing. If history is to rhyme, the major pump, meaning the massive parabolic run-up that we're all anticipating, is most likely going to happen in 2025, unless the cycle completely changes, which is possible. But I would say 70% probability the cycle remains intact and we hit the cycle peak in 2025. Just like all the previous halvings before us, it's the year after the halving, we hit the cycle peak. However, there's still a possibility things can switch up and we hit the all-time high in 2024. You never really know. But what are your thoughts, family? Shout out to Ashley. She just gifted 5 MicroStrategy memberships to the channel to Shatan Patel, Mark Frivas, Melvin Thomas, George Martinez, and JB. Congratulations. Please thank Ashley in the chat because she just hooked you guys up. So much appreciate all that support, Ashley. Love and light, fam. Namaste. Let's go. Game changer for Argentina after the halving. Bring it. Pamp it up, says Buddy Mac. Hey, JV. 10 new members this month. Let's go. That's what's up, Dirty. Congrats and shout out to Squirrel Bait. He just gifted 5 memberships to the channel as well. Congratulations, Fresh, Rod, Kristen, Robert, and Nicholas. You've all been hooked up. Please show Squirrel Bait some love. We greatly appreciate yes, Squirrel Bait. Thank you, family. Probably not looking for the peak of the cycle, just enough to pump it to get back into volatility trading like in 2021. Well, I don't think there's going to be any shortage of volatility this cycle. I'm expecting extreme volatility, just like we've been pumping within a $5,000, even a $10,000 range, hitting 49,000, dropping back to 38. Expect more extreme volatility, family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The more you give, the more you receive. So every time you give, the Lord bless it 100x fold. So I'm wishing everyone who gives 100x fold in returns. Not that you're expecting it, but that's just the way of the universe. That's just the way karma works. The halving is on the horizon. Cheers to that, Nate. We're only 75 days out. That's 2.5 months. Larry, shout out to Larry from Dothan, Alabama. Getting a lot of thank yous from Ashley and Squirrel Bait. We appreciate the thank yous, guys. JV, you get, oh, I give 10 more. Oh, snap. Should we give 10 away right now, are you saying? Let me see if I can do that. I got to do it on my computer. I'm going to give 5 memberships out right now. Why not? You guys already gave 10, so I want to match it. But I think I'll do 5 today and remind me tomorrow. We'll give 5 more memberships out tomorrow on Stack and Saturday. Give me a second as I'm talking my crap to open up a window and set it up. We're going to give 5 more memberships out. So be sure to comment, smash the like, and make sure you're subscribed because no other channel that I know is giving out 10 to 20 memberships per show. That's just unheard of. So I'm about to give some more right now. Give me a second. And keep the comments a-flowing, family. We greatly appreciate it. It's just going to take me a moment here to bless some more members. Hopefully I have the option here to give some more away. Let's see. Weird. So on my YouTube thing, it's not, I'm logged in, but it's not giving me the option to show to do anything, and it's not giving me the option on the phone, which is strange. And I'm not making it up. There's no button to hit to give. So I'm looking. It does that sometimes. I see you guys gave all these memberships, but typically on the bottom it says gifting, memberships, all that, and I don't have any options right now. And I just went on my computer screen. Shout out Alex, I appreciate you subbing, and I don't have the options. But don't worry, fam, I'll make up for it as soon as I can give the memberships out. It might be tomorrow. I'll just give all 10 out tomorrow, but I don't have an option at the moment for whatever reason. It's just... Oh, here it is. They just appeared. And there we go. I think I can do it now. It just appeared on my screen on the computer. Click that button. It says membership gifting, free, terms apply, gift 5 now. Boom. Here we go. 5 memberships. There we go. Okay. I just gave 5 memberships out. So congratulations to David, Fenner Ever, Crypto Dell, Joel Leon, Jerry Jason, and Senshu. You've all been blessed with a MicroStrategy membership of the channel. And thank you guys so much. I mean, you guys are amazing. I only gave 5 out now. I'm going to save 5 for tomorrow just to switch it up. Is that cool? And it's completely random, so don't feel bad if you weren't selected. They didn't give us an opportunity to select our favorite people. I'm glad it's actually completely random. I think it's better that way, personally. Full mother send. Let's go. So what is that? Already over 15 memberships gifted on today's show. You got to love it. And tomorrow we'll be gifting a lot more. So make sure to come back tomorrow. We should be going live at our normal time tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. But anyways, family, keep the comments and love coming. We appreciate it, family. You guys are truly remarkable. But we got to get to our next story of the day, okay? We got a lot to cover. Let's discuss this $60,000 target. Then we'll discuss the Bitcoin halving. Then a $2.3 million target, followed by the latest from Arthur Hayes and his $1 million price target. So here we go. Let me get to the correct article here. 60,000 Bitcoin incoming if this happens, according to crypto analyst Kevin Svensson. So here's what he had to share. If Bitcoin's weekly closes above resistance, this would give us a sign that the market is starting to favor the bullish side, that the bulls have the control, which gives us reason to have bullish bias. So if that does occur and the price is able to run towards the wick high at close to 49 eventually, whether that takes 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, if we get up to that wick high and you actually get a break above that level, then all the positions that are still short are considered trap liquidity because they have no choice anymore. The price is above the high wick and all of their positions are underwater and there is nowhere else to go, which lands us at over 60,000 per Bitcoin. That is the target for the setup. This theoretical trap liquidity setup is for the bullish side. So there you have it. He lays out the $60,000 scenario. Let me know if you agree or disagree. He also says that several other factors favor the bullish bias for the King Crypto, as he shares here. If we don't break 49, the current high for the past 22 months, then the setup is not really there. If we are able to do that, that's likely going to give us quick momentum because it creates a lot of market inefficiencies. And when there's multiple factors playing in, we have the trending market, the higher lows, the high degree of demand for Bitcoin, which is right now. I mean, there's a lot of factors that begin to play into this major move that could take place on a break of 49,000, could easily land us up there at around 60 Gs. But the other factor that I am thinking about too is the psychological factor, which is that most people are going to want to be invested before the halving. Anybody that knows about Bitcoin, that knows about the halving, that's been watching the news recently, they're probably going to want to buy before the halving. Very well said. If you understand what happens every 4-year cyclical cycle called the Bitcoin halving event, you'd want to position yourself before the halving so you can ride the wave all the way to the top, if you know what I mean. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with his ultimately his analysis of 60,000 potentially income in family, and by what month do you feel that can likely play out? Holla at your boy. YouTube office is probably stationed at Gilligan's Island. Comment of the day right there, family. You're amazing, JV. Just trying to match your amazingness, Serge. Appreciate you guys. 60,000 Bitcoin is 100% likely, but I'm expecting a top of 400,000. You're speaking my language, Wyatt Entertainment. I can totally see a $400,000 top this cycle. February may just be mostly sideways month, but the upside will come. It'll be a wow upside. I'm with you on that. I personally am calling for 50,000 February. I mean, we've already hit 49,000 in January, so is that much of a stretch? Let me know. You guys don't think Bitcoin is going back down to 35? It's possible. It's only 8,000 from where we're currently at. However, I'm skeptical. I think the lows are in. I think 40 is the new 20, but that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Market maker and the ETFs are bringing us to unrealized gains, so be patient. The tiny ship was tossed. It is not for the courage of the fearless crew of the minnow. We could have been Melda reading the story of Gilligan's Island here. 9,000 being hoovered up daily like an anteater, sucking up those ants. Or like JV taking hits from the hopium bong. One of the two. Marianne. Yeah. They're all also probably offering incentives for Rumble to move HQ to the island. Oh my God. Altcoin Daily is calling for a 28,000 crash. Interesting. I think that's very interesting. I don't see it. Pump it up. You already know, man. Did someone say pump it up?
Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up.
32 is the bottom resistance. What camera you use? They're just webcams, nothing fancy. $100 webcams. Logitech. They're HD. I think they could shoot in 4K, but I don't think I even shoot in 4K. I just have 2 webcams for my setup. $100 webcams. Very inexpensive. The most expensive piece of equipment is probably this microphone, along with the Rodecaster, which you can see right here. The Rodecaster is great because it does real-time processing in real time for the live show. Before having this, I would record the pod and then I'd have to do all the processing and editing later on, which was just extra time consuming, would take an extra hour out of my life every day. So this saves me a lot of time. And the mic, of course, you need a good mic, but the cameras nowadays are very inexpensive. So that's the good news. Cameras aren't a lot, family. It ain't going lower than 38,000 ever. That it even crossed 41.5. I would have ate her pies. Who is that? Are you talking about Gilligan's Island still? Ginger, carpets, and drapes. Oh my God. Pamp it. It's going down past 38. We'll soon see. We got to pump it up. Don't you know pump it is Ginger, modern day Kathy Wood? Oh my God. Let's hear your 4-track created beats. Nothing can stop me all the way up. Shout out Chief Santana. Appreciate you guys. Pump the like to pump the stream. We got almost 420 people here. Definitely a good omen. Everyone should save their money and rebuy at 35,000. Your dog is so cute. And he's got into bed and covered himself. Yeah, he's clever. He knows how to put the blanket on because the fan is on high when I stream because, I mean, a lot of energy in this room, if you know what I mean. Nothing can stop me all the way up. Tell him. I hodl Marianne. Love these dips. Buy more. Is Bitcoin buy or sell? Always buy. I've been in, I mean, if you're in it for the long haul, yes, always buy dollar cost average. That's the motto. Love the 32,000 will help the DCA. These things are weird. If it does go to 32, then be ready to buy more. It won't last long. Exactly. So hypothetically, if we went to that level, most of you guys wouldn't be able to buy unless you already have buy orders in. The exchanges will freeze and you'll be screwed out, and then you'll be able to buy back when it goes above 40. That's just a typical day in crypto for you. Time to have some of Sailor's wisdom, JV. You got it. Give me a second. Mr. Sailor, are you here? Let's see. Let's see if he's even here with us. I don't really know. Yep.
Bitcoin. What's the second best? There is no second best.
You already know, family. But anyways, next story of the day. Let's discuss this Bitcoin halving. The headline reads, is 150,000 Bitcoin feasible in the next halving? Well, let's see what the experts have to say. With the next Bitcoin halving set to be 75 days away now, experts are starting to provide their lofty predictions regarding how high Bitcoin can surge. Following the reduction of the block rewards, the Bitcoin block halving has historically given way to some of the most outrageous bull markets in this lifetime. And experts suggest the fourth halving will be no different, with price predictions ranging from 150 to 250,000 per coin and post-halving gains. Let's go. One thing most traders agree on is that Bitcoin is most likely to see an all-time high following the halving at the very least. And with the bullish sentiment seeping into the industry again, traders are turning their attention to newly emerging alternatives that could potentially explode and provide higher returns than Bitcoin following the block halving event. Let's discuss Bitcoin here. With the block halving scheduled to take place at block height of 840,000, the event is now roughly 75 days away. Calculators like Watcher Guru predict it to occur on April 20th, and the other countdown that we shared earlier is predicting it happening on April 18th. It could be a few days sooner or later than those predicted dates, as it all depends upon the block reward, just FYI. The Bitcoin halving is a hard-coded event in Bitcoin that slashes the block reward received by the miners in half, significantly reducing the numbers of new Bitcoins which enter the market. The block halving makes it harder to mine Bitcoin, making it a scarce commodity. The previous block halving occurred in 2020, where the block reward was slashed from 12.5 BTC to 6.25. The upcoming block halving event will see that block reward slash from 6.25 Bitcoin to 3.125 BTC per block. Now for some of these predictions. The block halving is seen as a strong bullish catalyst because the influx of Bitcoin entering the open market is significantly reduced, making it much harder to find Bitcoins to buy. So how is Mr. Larry Fink and BlackRock going to continue to accumulate 70,000 Bitcoin in the next 3 weeks when there's just less and less supply available? Can you say supply shock? As a result, the experts are now starting to provide their predictions about where Bitcoin might be going following the halving. One expert believes Bitcoin will soar as high as 170,000 following the halving. This is the Mooch, Anthony Scaramucci, founder of Skybridge Capital. I cover this in great detail, this specific prediction. I think that was 2 episodes ago. So if you missed it, be sure to check it out. So yeah, he's anticipating 170,000, quoting him here. The day the halving a Bitcoin, or the day Bitcoin halves, multiply it by 4, and 18 months later, it can be uncanny. That's been the price of Bitcoin. So using 50,000 as the base figure, the Mooch multiplies this by 4 to reach 200,000 per coin, with 170,000 as his conservative estimate. So that's his bearish scenario. So regardless of how high the Bitcoin price goes, the majority of the traders in the sector believe an all-time high will occur following the halving. Why do we believe that? Because every halving that has come before us, this is what has happened. In 2012 halving, 2013 all-time high. 2016 halving, 2017 all-time high. 2020 halving, 2021 current all-time high. A recent survey of over 10,000 crypto traders revealed that 84% believe the Bitcoin will exceed the previous all-time high in the next bull run. Now, of course, I'm going to agree with that 100%. Now, what are your thoughts, family? Let me know. And of course, some people are even more bullish on Bitcoin, and I want to discuss some of these other bullish predictions we have covered on the show. Samson Mao says we can hit $1 million per coin in a matter of days or weeks. Just like that, out of nowhere. Max Kaiser has been calling for 220,000 as a short-term target for a very long time as well. I don't think you can put a cap on where Bitcoin can go because we're living in unprecedented times, unprecedented levels of debt, and also unprecedented levels of corruption. And now we have technology shining the light on those dark forces. And I think more and more people are starting to wake up as nation states continue to wake up around the world. So let me know your thoughts. I wonder if too many people know about the halving now. Definitely not, in my opinion. I mean, if they knew about the halving and understood it, they'd all have some Bitcoin. And the fact they don't all have Bitcoin goes to show you they don't know what they don't know. I mean, in our world, it's the blind leading the blind. Like, honestly. It's people deceiving you, leading the masses. So everyone's just walking around like a headless sheep. Don't know what they're doing. I'm just following the rest of the herd. You know what I mean? That's life. Millions are maybe next halving, to be real. Agreed. I think the following halving in 2028, the year preceding that, if the cycles remain intact, we can very realistically see 1 million per coin. Kathy Wood predicts 1.5 million now by 2030. I say 1 mil by 2029. Very realistic. And also, we can't underestimate the destruction of the dollar. The de-dollarization from movements like BRICS. You have many nations joining this movement. They're all looking to get away from the dollar because we all know the writing is on the wall. The death of the dollar is already destined. It was written, as they say. Don't be a sheep. Preach. Hey, JV, also unprecedented food prices. I am 42, have never seen anything like it. I know. I go food shopping, fill up the cart, $300. Like, whoa, what would have cost me $50 a few years ago is like $300. You know what I mean? Like, for real, for real. So inflation is out of control. The Fed can try to make you perceive, oh, we're right at our target of 2%. Don't worry, we got everything under control. The banks have never been so strong before. Meanwhile, if everyone went to the bank right now and there was a legitimate bank run, like we saw with the regional banking crisis of last year, they don't have that money, right? It's a big Ponzi scheme. And guess what happens to the Ponzi scheme? It falls apart like a house of cards when you call the bluff. So we need to all go to the banks like JP Morgan, if you're banking with Chase, demand all your money and take it out and put it in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the only true savings account which is mathematically guaranteed to go up in purchasing power. Whereas the dollar, again, it's the death of the dollar incoming. Expect more insane inflation. And that $100 is going to buy you less and less groceries each and every month, each and every year. That's just the way that it is. The foundation will be laid down for the halving. Word. Hey, finally caught you live this week. I appreciate it, Barek. Mr. Evangelista, it's been a minute. It's good to see you back, brother. After the cycle, you'll start to learn Bitcoin will no longer be a stigma topic. Preach. I'm with you on that one.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset.
We now have over 420 people in the chat, fam. Keep the likes coming. Keep the comments coming. It helps pump the stream. We greatly appreciate it. But let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss the latest from ARK Invest and their recommended Bitcoin allocation strategy. The headline right here, give me a second. You should be able to see it on your screen. The headline reads, Bitcoin at 2.3 million. ARK Invest doesn't exclude this. Let's break it down and shout out to every broski's favorite person in crypto, the one and only Cathie Wood. In its Big Ideas 2024 report, ARK Invest has unveiled significant insights. And shout out Barek, I appreciate the super family. You're the man. Insights into the future of Bitcoin, suggesting an optimal allocation proportion of 19.4% within the global investment portfolio. So this is recommended directly by ARK Invest. This marks a substantial increase from the 0.5% allocation observed in 2015, indicating growing recognition of Bitcoin's role on the broader investment landscape. And Cathie Wood herself, in an interview, I shared this on the show maybe 2 weeks ago, she personally has over 25% of her investment portfolio allocated into Bitcoin. So of course it would make sense she's going to recommend 19% allocation, no longer that 0.5%. Why? Because Bitcoin's a proven thing. Now we got the institutions, family. The report posits that allocating just 1% of the 250 trillion global investable asset base to Bitcoin could potentially drive its price to 120,000 per coin. However, the more noteworthy projection arises with a 19.4% allocation, forecasting a potential price of 2.3 million per coin. So yeah, we get more bullish. While these figures may raise eyebrows, they underscore the evolving perception of Bitcoin as a legitimate asset class. Quoting Cathie Wood, what's the big idea? ARK's research is full of big ideas that will transform our lives and inform investment decisions. Take a look at how quickly the 14 technologies around which ARK has centered its research and investments are evolving and converging into the Big Ideas 2024. And if you want to read the actual ARK Invest report, I have this article resource where you can find the report from ARK Invest. It's a PDF. You can find it in the show notes below the video in the description. And just FYI, every episode, all the article sources I'm quoting and reading from, I always include in the show notes below the video in the description for you to reference. So yeah, this is a pretty big deal. Highlighting key catalysts for Bitcoin in 2024, the report places a spotlight on the upcoming halving expected in April. This event occurring approximately every 4 years, which we discussed earlier. The forthcoming halving will reduce Bitcoin's inflation rate from 1.8% to 0.9%, potentially absolutely influencing its value. Basic stock to flow, supply, demand, right? Institutional acceptance also emerges as a crucial factor, with ARK anticipating a shift in perception from viewing Bitcoin as a speculative instrument to recognizing it as a strategic investment in diversified portfolios. Notably, influential figures such as Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, has signaled a change in stance towards Bitcoin's potential as a flight to quality. That's right, the ultimate flight to quality, the ultimate hedge against inflation, the ultimate hedge against deflation, the ultimate insurance policy, as per Cathie Wood's own words. Look no further than BTC. Now, also, I remind you, BlackRock, a few years back, they published an article like a study, kind of like ARK Invest publishes their studies, and they recommended 84.9% Bitcoin allocation in a portfolio. So BlackRock is extremely bullish on Bitcoin, hence why they're holding on to over 70,000 BTC right now, and they're just getting started. Exactly. You read my mind, Fresh. You just said that in the chat. BlackRock suggests 85% investment. I know, because I covered that story on the show numerous times. I think, to be precise, it was 84.9%, ultimately 85. You nailed it. Looks like it's time for Rumble. We're getting close, family. HODL is the way to go. Thanks, JV. You're welcome, Shaitan. Kathy is a great female role model. 100%. We need more powerful women like Kathy in the crypto sphere. There's, obviously it's more dominated by men, but there are also some very powerful women out there as well. Kathy is a great role model regardless of gender. Precisely, Melda. Precisely. You got to tell Dankness. You got to tell Dankness. Those freakas, true dankness. Stylist, what it do? I suggest 100%. Me too. You can keep it 100. 100% Bitcoin. There is no second best. I wonder what MicroStrategy's recommended Bitcoin allocation strategy is. 100%. Bitcoin is a rich man's game and will not be around to help the small investors. Well, you tell me, AJ, what's going to help these little investors? Which altcoin are you pumping? The blockchain size is, wow, 545 gigabytes. So if you're running a node, you should probably get a 2 terabyte node. That way you don't have to update it anytime soon. My recommendation, you can get a 2 terabyte Raspberry Pi. But yeah, man, that's pretty wild. Already almost 550 gigabytes. Wow. 19.4% amateurs. Go big or go home. Precisely. I'm with you on that. Is Kathy Wood coming to the 100K party? Man. If I had that connection, I'd love to say yes, but keep it 100. No, she's not going to be there. Highly doubtful. JV has a fast ADHD mind, like the rest of the pleb autist. Okay. I hope that's a compliment. Yeah, I try to give you content fast paced because I know it's more entertaining. If I was like slow and monotone, like today's news, today's Bitcoin technical analysis, this analyst says 0.5% gain is doable in the foreseeable future. You know what I mean? So I try to bring it. So hopefully you guys respect that. Layer 1s and EVMs, not ETH until they fix their gas issues. You have that connection. You just got to try, JB. Don't sell yourself short. I appreciate that, Dankness. Kathy Wood's coming to the party. We're not freaking going. I'll pull my Leonardo DiCaprio, Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not selling. They're going to need an army, the National Guard, to get me to leave. You know what I mean? Very much a compliment. Thank you, Fresh. What do you think about Shiba Inu? Ask Dankness. I know he is bullish on it. JV is just Italian. Yes, I'm Italiano. So, man, you think my father, may he rest in peace. But any of my friends heard him talking. They're like, why is your father always screaming? It's like, no, that's how he talks. He's from Brooklyn. Yeah. Sharks are nibbling. Sicilian. Correct. I'm 100% Italian. I'm half Sicilian. My mom's side of the family, 100% Sicilian. And my dad's side from Naples, so half Noble Don, half Sicilian, 100% Italiano. But an Italian American. I don't speak Italian. I visited Italy. Looking forward to visiting again. I don't. Sad, right? Where do you see the next price resistance for Chainlink? Not sure, family. But I recall when Chainlink was roughly $50. So I would assume this cycle, we blow past that like it ain't no thing. I think many of the alts are going to see all-time highs. When I say many, that doesn't mean all, but the top alts that we witnessed do very well last cycle, more than likely going to do very well this cycle. Is Rumble still flowing? I hope so. Can someone check on Rumble and let me know? Go to Rumble and tell me if the stream is smooth, because you never know what to expect. JB, what do you run for a node? I used to run a node using a Raspberry Pi. I forgot what software it was, But when I moved, it got disconnected. And when I plugged it in, I had to reset something. So I think I'm just going to do it all over again from scratch and just build a new one. I still have the hardware. I have the box, but I think I'm going to do it all over again from scratch. What do you guys recommend? Let me know. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. But anyways, family, now let's dive into our featured story of the day. Bitcoin to explode by over 2,200%, surpassing $1 million per coin, predicts the BitMEX founder, Arthur Hayes, and explains why. So let's break this baby down. Welcome everyone just joining the stream. Pump the likes to help pump the stream. BitMEX co-founder Arthur Hayes, Just Blaze, is predicting that one catalyst will cause Bitcoin to soar to 7 figures. If you'd love to see a 7-figure Bitcoin price action, holla at your boy. He tells his followers on X that a decline in commercial property prices may soon prompt the Federal Reserve to inject liquidity into the markets to prop up the economy. He highlights a new Bloomberg article that shows Japan's Azora Bank and New York Community Bank Corp have racked up big losses due to the weakening U.S. commercial property sector. Hayes predicts an increase in liquidity, which generally cause risk assets like Bitcoin to rally, which will cause the king crypto to eventually hit 1 million per coin. Quoting him here, what did the Fed and the Treasury do the last time the U.S. property prices plunged and bankrupt banks globally? Money printer go, Bitcoin equals 1 million. Send it. And Hayes believes that commercial property weakens, plus the latest banking troubles could force the Fed and the U.S. Treasury to loosen monetary policy sooner rather than later, even though Fed Chairman Jerome Powell indicated Wednesday a Fed rate cut is unlikely in March. And a quick shout out to Fresh. He says, kombucha on me. I appreciate the super family. Love and light. Quoting Jay Powell. And Bad Burl Yellen. Well, I guess this is quoting what's his name? Arthur Hayes. He says, Jay Powell and Bad Girl Yellen, Miss Binance, will be printing money very soon. NYCB announced a surprise loss driven by loan loss reserves rising 10x versus estimates. Guess the banks ain't fixed. 10-year and 2-year yields plunged, signaling the market expects some sort of renewed bankster bailout to fix the rot. Now he's talking about the bank term funding program and discount window won't help the commercial real estate, and multifamily residential loans are not eligible collateral yet. So expect Bitcoin to swoon a bit. But if NYCB and a few others dump it into the weekend, expect a new bailout right quick. Then Bitcoin off to the races, just like March 2023, price action. So there you have it. And reading his actual tweet right here, I guess I actually just kind of read it to you from the article, but here's where he actually clarified that. And I'm actually going to retweet this. You can see he got 200,000 views, but I'd love to know your thoughts regarding Mr. Just Blaze, Arthur Hayes, along with his $1 million Bitcoin price prediction. Can you see Bitcoin climbing another 2,200% from here? Holla at your boy and let me know. And also a reminder that the Stock to Flow is predicting that the Bitcoin price be hovering between $100,000 and $1 million per coin between this upcoming halving in 3 months, scheduled to take place in April, and between the next halving in 2028, which is pretty lit as well. Shout out to Mr. Bone Daddy. I appreciate your super. Much love, much respect. The support of the fam is always tremendous, so thank you very much. Spaghetti dinner. I love spaghetti, by the way. Link 20% move in 2 days. Send it, Frank the Tank Degen. I appreciate you guys. What's good? What's popping? Let me know. I'll actually check it and make sure that the Rumble stream is good to go today. Yesterday, I tried to end the YouTube stream to go to Rumble, and the YouTube stream just wouldn't end. So we had to do a dual stream, secondary stream. Or you guys were here, so I don't need to explain it. But I just want to make sure today that it's working. Let's see. Yeah, we're working on Rumble. Good stuff. So shout out to the Rumble fam. I ain't forget about you guys, but we're going to wrap up here on the tube. And if you don't know what I do each and every day, I stream live simultaneously on YouTube and Rumble. Back in August of last year, unfortunately, I was a victim of getting my channel terminated under false pretenses. They accused me of creating harmful content, spreading Bitcoin news, preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi was harmful and dangerous content. But I got my channel back like a week and a half later. But when I got terminated, I went on over to Rumble and we started the Rumble channel. And since then, I've been streaming live every day on Rumble because it serves as a backup if I was ever attacked again on the tube. At least we have another platform. So I strongly and highly encourage all of you guys to support the show over on Rumble. So when the YouTube stream ends, we have the uncensored version exclusive only on Rumble where JV speaks freely. I understand, you know what I mean? I'm very limited on the things I can say on YouTube because there's certain topics that there's gatekeepers of, and the bigger your influence becomes, the less freedom you have to speak openly. When you have no following, of course, you can say anything you want on YouTube. They don't care. No one listens to you, right? However, as your following grows, you got to be very selective on some of the things you talk about because there's certain agendas. And if you don't know that, man, you're going to soon find out because we talk about some of those agendas often on Rumble. So I highly encourage you guys to head on over to Rumble. Italy is an absolutely beautiful country, 100%. Now, what are your favorite cities in Italy? I only visited like 3 or 4 on my Euro trip. So I got to get back there. I got to visit Sicily, the motherland. I haven't been to Sicily. My favorite thus far was Florence. I felt it was a very romantic city. Spent some time in Rome. It was cool for shopping and stuff, but Rome is kind of crazy. Also visited the Vatican. That was pretty creepy, to keep it 100. But it was cool. Went near Naples. Where were the ruins where that volcano erupted? It's been a minute, so I slipped the top of my head, but I'm sure you guys know. Bologna. What's Bologna. I got to look that one up, Donna. Good for those who have 1 Bitcoin and more. The little guys won't see much action. Gatekeepers try to set you up yesterday. It could be. That could have been a setup. Milan. Oh, yes. Milan. How did I forget about Milan? There you go. I have to visit Milan. I haven't been there. There you go. Venice is, I've seen pictures of Venice. Look incredible. I got to go to Venice. And you're saying Verona. Good to note. Taking mental notes right now. Yes, Pompeii. I visited Pompeii. We stayed at a hotel with a beautiful view of the active volcano, and it was actually active when we were there. You can see the smoke and stuff coming out of it. It's kind of crazy. But we did visit all the ruins in Pompeii. That's interesting. Highly impoverished city, FYI. Highly impoverished. Yeah, I mean, there's so much to see in this world. Not sure about the time frame, but I could see a 1 million Bitcoin, says Jerry Campbell. Right on. We'll send it. What are we waiting for? Shout out to Emilio. My boy JV, what up? Much love and respect. Please get Nipsey a treat on my behalf. Always, but always a treat to catch you live. Greatly appreciate that. I'll definitely hook him up. I'll be going to the grocery store more than likely later today with my little one, and we'll pick up some extra treats for him on your behalf. So thank you, Emilio. Kathy on her knees, glasses off. You guys are funny. I went to border school in Switzerland. Nice. I visited Switzerland and I had a good time there. Beautiful views through the Swiss mountains. Took a train through it. It was pretty nice. Naples is poor. Yeah, I noticed. Extremely poor. I need to visit Italy, but love Barcelona, Spain. Nice. I visited Barcelona and Mazarat, maybe 30, 40 minutes out from Barcelona. The most epic views in Spain. Overseeing the city, incredible. Mountains, the Black Madonna was pretty lit. If you guys haven't seen that, pretty amazing site to visit. Sorrento, there you go. Now I remember the cheeses, Sorrento. Now I know where it comes from. Good stuff. But anyways, family, we're going to continue with the uncensored version on Rumble as long as the stream actually ends on YouTube today. So let me go ahead and try to end the stream. Head on over to Rumble. My direct Rumble link is always in the description. It's always rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net, or you can always just go to Rumble and type in Crypto News Alerts, and you can't miss it. So head on over to Rumble right now. We'll continue with the uncensored version of the show, and I'll look forward to seeing you back here tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Deuces to the YouTube fam. All right.